King and queens, I hope everybody is doing good, doing great, taking care of your health, staying to yourself. Remember, slow grind is better than no grind. We're going to continue to grow. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. It's super dope to see 2,000 subscribers. I can't lie. Shout out to everybody that be supporting, watching, commenting, whether it's good or bad. I appreciate it. But as y'all can see by the thumbnail and the title, what we got going on. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, man. We're gonna get straight into the video.
For half of these luxury apartments, the only thing luxurious about them is the price. They will slap a luxury sign on anything if you let them. I was thinking about moving, so I went on a tour of a luxury apartment yesterday. Why the hallways dirty? Why is there blunt wrappers all in the stairwell? Why is the nicest part of this whole apartment complex the leasing office? I need answers. And don't get me started on all these luxury fees they be trying to charge you. They give you the base price, which is one price, and they start adding the amenity fee, the pet fee, the parking fee, the valet fee, the fee. You be like, God damn. Once it's all said and done, it was like $400 extra. And I don't know what they building these new buildings with these days, but the walls are as thin as construction paper.
I swear to y'all, I just moved into a luxury apartment. And when I tell y'all, I can hear the dog upstairs. I can hear them stomping. And I know for a fact, even when I'm walking, it sounds loud. So I know the people below me it's bad. And for the amount that this place is a month, but I do like living in apartments. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I do prefer apartments. Eventually, a home is definitely it. But I want to live on the outskirts. I'm not going to lie. I need some land. I need some acres. That's the plan. You know what I'm saying? I had a 4-wheelers. I need all of that. I need my boat. I need all of that. But for right now, I'm cool with an apartment until that work out. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to work out how it's going to work out. You know what I mean? In due time, for sure. But yeah, he ain't lying about that. It's like, what are y'all making? How is it that I'm paying what I'm paying, but yet y'all built? I get it. Everything is a dang scam, man.
You can hear everything. I think they using 2x4s and paper mache. I think we're bending the word luxury a little bit. Like, I feel like at this point, I can slap a luxury tag on my 2012 Honda Civic. And once again, don't let these apartment complexes sell you on just the amenities and not the apartment. When we on a tour, take me to the room first, not the pickleball court.
No, facts. And what they do is they'll put up like new appliances. You know what I'm saying? They'll put up new cabinets, and you'll have a nice microwave and a nice stove, you know, a nice fridge and all of that, the walls. I mean, I'm not going to lie. The place I'm in now, it's super nice. I can't even fake it. I'm not going to lie. It's well worth it, I think. But the only thing that I just don't like is how thin the walls are. Well, the floors. I don't know about the walls. I haven't heard anybody next door. But yeah, it's just about the flooring. The flooring is just super thin. It's not soundproof. If it was soundproof, this place would be perfect.
Have you ever wondered why it seems like all of the new apartments being built are all luxury buildings? Even though we know they're all made with cheap chopstick construction where you can hear your neighbors walking upstairs. Facts. Of course, modern building codes and safety standards play a role in the high cost, but the real problem is parking. In many places, especially here in California, until recently, a minimum number of parking stalls is required for each unit. And as you can see, a 2-bedroom requires more than 2 parking spaces per unit. No matter how you decide to do it, parking is always expensive, even if you do an open parking lot like this, because you could have just...
And another thing that I could say about the building that I live in, it's new. So the whole complex is new, but the building I live in is like they're trying to get tenants in every unit until they move on to the next building. So what it's doing is cluttering the parking spaces that the people that are currently here have. So it's like sometimes I come home and I got to park way down the way where the empty buildings are. And it's like, man, go start putting people in the other building. And I get it. Maybe y'all got a format on how y'all are, you know, bringing people in. Y'all want to get one building full before you move on. But God dang it. I ain't gonna lie, I be parking at a handicap. You get mad if you want to. I'm not parking way down, so I gotta walk. No.
Built more homes there and better utilized the land. Building a parking structure is obviously expensive because it can't be made of chopsticks, and for obvious reasons, so is underground parking. Parking is estimated to cost up to $75,000 per unit, which is such a big chunk of the cost that developers can only justify it if they make luxury apartments. Fortunately, as of last year, California banned such parking minimums as long as it's within a half-mile of public transportation, so hopefully, maybe in the future, all of these new apartments won't be limited to luxury apartments.
It ain't no way that renting an apartment is this expensive now. Like, what's really going on, bro? Like, the market for apartments is crazy. Not even just apartments, like houses, all that. It's like the norm is like $2,500. Like, what's really going on? How do y'all expect people to get through the week? Just like, I don't get it. Like,
And even in some homes, some old, super old homes, what they're doing is putting a new roof. They might paint it different. And then in the inside, they're just adding new things. But they're not actually tearing the whole house down and rebuilding it, putting up new wood, putting up new flooring. You know what I'm saying? So it's just an old home with new things inside. So the issues, the internal issues you're still going to have with the house. You're still going to have leaks. You're still going to have certain issues that are going to go on. You got plugins in the wall that are probably going to go out. So you got shortage. It's a lot to go into that. So even with these new homes, they'll try to say they renovated it. No, they did not. They be on bull crap just to get over, just so it can look more modern. They try to modernize these homes, but they don't completely do it throughout the whole house. They do just little parts of it to make it look good for the buyer. And then once you get in there and start to see this problem happened, and then this, and then all of that stuff calculates and it adds up and it gets super expensive, man.
bro, I feel bad if you ain't working right now or something. Like, it is crazy. Like, and then it be the apartments that it don't even be nothing special about it. It ain't them high-rise apartments. It's the simple one bathroom, 2 bedrooms, living room, and that's it. Like, at the end of the day, bro, the something gotta shake. A reality check has to come in play. Like, I don't know what's been going on these last couple of years, but I don't like it. Like, bro, you can't even tell nobody, like, yeah, I'm gonna move out and I get 18 to get a man. That's damn near throwing them to the wolves. You know what I'm saying? Like, how motherfuckers be like, your parents be like, hey, you gotta move out when you get 18. I wish motherfucker would tell me if I was 18 right now, move out. You gotta let me get some time to understand what's going on. Like, these apartments are so expensive.
My bad, y'all. Is that an Annabelle doll in the back? No, he got it right here. He got Terrifier. Yeah, man, brother. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm a horror movie type of guy, so I can't even knock him. I'm low key hating, really. But I don't know if I would have them dolls. As much as I love horror movies and films, I'm not getting nothing that's gonna be. Nah, I'm cool.
That ain't even groceries, cleaning products, clothes. Like, to the new generation, life is life. And you remember that teachers always like, yeah, once you graduate, you're gonna see how life is. No, life is really life. And I'm telling you, life is real.
I'm about to give y'all a real tea on living in these luxury apartment complexes, because it's not what it's cut out to be. One, these people are still dirty. Luxury does not mean clean and put together. They're fucking nasty. For example, they don't clean up their dog shit. And I'm not playing, it's a lot. Of course, these luxury apartment complexes, they attract a lot of residents, whatever. Everybody got dogs. Nobody is cleaning up their dog shit. You gonna step in some dog shit in the hallway, and it's gonna be stinking. It could be by your door, they won't pick it up. It's gonna be in the garage. It's gonna be where you walk the dogs at. They don't clean the shit up. Two, valet trash. We have valet trash. Oh, wow, great, whoop-de-doo. Valet trash don't run every day, though. It don't run on the weekend. Yet these people who real life leave their trash out on Fridays and Saturdays over the entire weekend and wait until Sunday until the workers come.
See, that's one thing that I can give credit to with this apartment complex that I'm at now. We got valet trash too. It's super convenient, but at the same time, I'm the type of person that I like doing manly things. Like, I like taking the trash out. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I got 2 trash bags, flexing the arm. You know, I don't know, but it's something about that is also good too for, you know, people that live home by themselves and maybe they have a kid and, you know, it's just a conveniency thing. Or maybe you're just older and, you know, it's cold outside and, you know, all these things, right? So I look at it like a good and a bad, but don't get lazy, because a lot of these things and a lot of these systems that are built for us it's creating us to be even more lazy than what we already are. You know what I mean? So Don't get in a habit of getting comfortable and relying on somebody else to do things like that for you.
To get the trash. And then they come at like 7 p.m. That shit is nasty. It leaves bugs. And if it's your neighbor, every time you walk in your house, you're going to smell the shit. The smell is going to get in your house. The bugs that's harboring over their garbage is going to be flying to your motherfucking door. They also don't have elevator etiquette. Simply waiting to see if someone is getting off the elevator before you try to get on. I know that sounds like common sense, but these people ain't got it.
I ain't even gonna lie. I was really one of those, why the fuck would I spend 3-4 bands to rent out an apartment just because it's luxury and it's because in the city? You got me fucked up. That's because I was on the outside looking in. I'm hating, but I can't even get in the motherfucking club, bro. Ever since working for this moving company, I've been moving these little luxury apartments and like homes and shit like that, bro. I low-key see why motherfuckers would spend like 3 or 4 bands on that apartment in Atlanta now. I really do. I'm helping this motherfucker move, and look at her fucking view. She's on the 21st floor, bro. Look at her fucking view. Imagine seeing this shit every day you wake up. This is a bedroom fucking view, bro. That shit was hard as fuck. And don't get me started on the fucking security in these damn apartments. This shit is out of this fucking world. If y'all broke little motherfuckers ever think you about to rob somebody that stay in a resident like that, you can't, because in order to use their elevators, you need to use a key card or use some shit or type in some access code to prove you a fucking resident. That is some crazy ass shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. And the best part about all these luxury apartments in Atlanta that I've seen so far is they're all walking distance from a motherfucking grocery store to an outlet to a shop. Wherever you want to go, everything is walking fucking distance. Then on top of that, it's a lot of free shit to do in Atlanta to where you can just walk to a fucking park because your apartment is 5 minutes. I gotta get my shit right. I ain't gonna lie. Hold up. I ain't even.
So yeah, I love this kind of energy right here because again, like I say, it's pros and cons to everything. Is good and bad. It comes with everything. And sometimes when you live a lifestyle of the knowing of something, say for instance, like, you know, he was talking about him helping people move into this apartment. That person is probably used to this type of thing or used to this type of lifestyle. You know, he's on the outside looking in. And it's something that he's yearning for. And I love that energy behind that because it's like, okay, now I want to get a taste of that life. Now I want to know what it's like. And some people going to make excuses. Are you living on the 12th floor, the 20th floor, whatever, right? You know, and what about emergencies or what about you having a lot of groceries or, you know, what if you got to get out the building, whatever, right? You think about all of that stuff. And yes, of course, that's true. But also think about the peace that you have. Think about the view that you have. Think about the peace. You know what I'm saying? Think about the serenity and just the visuals and just how you can be creative and the feeling it'll give you, that satisfaction of knowing like, dang, look at what I was able to accomplish. So it's always a good and bad to everything. So don't make everything so negative, man. I just love the energy that he got behind it. Even if he don't go get him, you know, that specific kind of apartment where he living in a high rise or whatever. If he go and just get him a nice, dope apartment, just that feeling of having your own is just super dope, man. I promise y'all, when I first got my apartment, my very first apartment, I was super excited. And it's nothing like a man having his own space. I can't stress that enough. When you got your own space, I'm telling y'all, it's golden. Don't rush it. It's going to come when it's going to come. Don't force it. You know what I mean? Don't be eager to have patience when you picking somewhere because you want to pick somewhere where it feels safe, but also where it's not too super expensive. You know what I mean? It got to make sense for you. But do what you got to do.
Officially moving out of my luxury apartment in Houston, Texas. I'm going to show you all the things that I hated about it and the fact that it was $3,200 for a 1-bedroom on the first floor. Let me show you all the stuff I hated. I absolutely hated that somebody would design this to not come all the way out. It was very, very stupid for me. Like to just see that, it was very dumb. I hated that they put this amazing patio here, but they didn't include any type of coverings for it. So I had to install panels like
that is a big balcony. That is great. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I want to see the rest of it. 3,200 though is crazy. But that balcony, I ain't gonna lie, that's spacious. But I don't like the fact that somebody can just jump. This is what I don't like. I don't like being too accessible. I don't like the fact that anybody could jump over. That's why I like living on the second or third. I do not like the first floor. No, first level is not it.
Panels for myself. So like if you lived in this unit, you would see the valet, you'd see all this stuff, and then people can see directly in here. And I asked them to install tent or something and they wouldn't do it. But you could see directly in the apartment from outside if you're out, you know, outdoors, which was insanely.
See, yeah, with this, you got to live on the second or third floor or however many floors you got. I need to be able to die.
Annoying. The other thing that I hated, because it's a so-called luxury apartment, it came with no light fixtures. So if you ever came to my apartment, I had a chandelier hanging here that I had installed. No light fixtures came in this apartment though. So even when you come in the bedroom, they have like the setup for it, and they have a ceiling fan. There's no light bulb. You have to pay extra apparently to get a fixture with a light. Very insane. I also did not like the closet at all. This was very like constricting to me because it just wasn't the best use of space. And I also didn't like that the electrical stuff was in here. It was a very nice size bedroom though. I almost forgot my ladder. I would have been very upset. Let me bring that with me. The other thing that I didn't like, because I was right outside of the main entrance, is that you can hear all of the traffic from the hallway if you're right here. Like anytime the door closes, any of that, you could hear everything, which is annoying.
But at the same time too, you got to analyze and think about this. When y'all doing the walkthroughs, go on a balcony and see what the traffic is like passing by. You know what I mean? Go outside in the hallway, see what kind of doors is where, you know, and then you picked a spot in the corner. You picked an apartment that was in the corner on the first level. You had to know these complications was going to be there. And I ain't going to fake it. Shout out to this lady. You know what I mean? No disrespect, but women, y'all picky. If you able to afford a $3,200, man, we going to be in that mug kicking it with our feet up. But again, you know, always make sure that don't get too excited. That's what I wanted to say on the last part. Don't get too excited to where you too eager and you rush into something that you eventually start to regret. That's the worst thing. I've done it before with cars, women, and even friends. You know what I mean? Like you kind of rush into being friends with certain people, or you rush into relationships or whatever, right? And you end up not thinking things clearly, not thinking them through. And then at the end, it's like it come back to bite you, so to speak. So just be careful. Take your time. Look through thoroughly and think about it and analyze. Is this going to be something that's going to be peaceful? And that's going to be something that I like in the long run versus getting into this situation, having to buy out of your lease, which is the worst. Because they going to tax you too on the back and they going to hit you. They going to want you to pay 3 months rent. They going to want you to pay the buyout fee. It just be too much, man. So always be careful and just do like a walkthrough and just actually analyze and be careful.
This other thing goes for the entire apartment, but it's something that I check when I'm looking at homes, when I'm looking at anything now. The freaking water pressure is so bad here. Like when I say horrible,
Logical Zay. It's always more than one way to think about.
Apparently, this is where the hot girls in Houston stay. I didn't know that. Nobody that was like black really lived here when I moved in 2 years ago. But now, like this is where the hot girls are staying. I'm jumping ship.
My bad,
but
y'all.
This is apparently where the hot girls be at. I'm officially.
I gave up my 2-bedroom luxury apartment in Atlanta to move to the outskirts, and here's why.
It was just too expensive. It was too many people. The nightlife never stopped. Crime rates were too high. All of the things.
Because that's what y'all wanted me to say. And what most people just have to say about Buckhead, but that just wasn't my experience. I absolutely loved my first apartment. I had a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom luxury apartment in the heart of Atlanta. Everything in walking distance, very convenient. I really just loved my experience. Like, who you know? This was my bedroom, and I woke up to this view every single day. I had walk-in closets in both of the bedrooms. I had double sinks as a requirement, and I was able to get that, as well as an extra bedroom that I said I was going to use for my beauty room and never did. But the real reason for this move was I just really needed something different. If you don't know, I have a dog, and it's not always convenient to be in a high-rise or apartment living with a dog. Like, I've literally had my dog for 4 years, and when I tell you every time I move, I make her the priority, I literally do. I make sure I'm close as possible to the exit door. I make sure I'm on the lowest floor, and the apartment also had keyless entry, which I loved because I have a dog walker. And still, even things could be more convenient. But again, I loved my apartment. And I work from home, so I must be able to wake up and enjoy looking at my environment every day. I've experienced so many wins within this apartment as well as losses. But one thing about me, I love moving to start over. My mindset has changed so much within this stay to the point where I'm like, okay, 2025 was the best year of my life and also ran me through the mud, and I really need a clean slate. And that clean slate applies to life, mentorship, business relationships, back end, everything above. I'm so ready to take on this new journey, so I hope you're ready because 2026 is going to be one for the books.
Hey, this is super dope. I want to know where y'all working at. For all you women out there, shout out to the women that be grinding and doing their thing, man, and not depending on nobody to, pay their life or buy their lifestyle or you know, provide them a lifestyle. They can do it on their own. Shout out to all of the queens out there, man. That's super dope. But where y'all working at? I need like me a little gig. I ain't gonna lie. It's getting crazy out here. Nah, but I don't know if I would want to live on a corner like that. Why are y'all women picking these corner apartments where people could just rob? I just don't like the fact that it's just right there. Like, give me the center one or give me the one on the other side where the you know, cars ain't just driving by all day. They can just scream at you if you're on your back. I just don't know if I would want to live in that apartment. But I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Is luxury apartments, is it worth it nowadays? Is it not? Would you rather live in a home? Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section below. Hello or goodbye. Talk to me. Do not yell at me. We elevating. Till we hit our head. We ain't bleeding yet. Spread love, not hate. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Be great. All right. Gone.